Okay. Welcome, viewers. The Megaman X Legacy Collections dropped earlier this week, so we're definitely giving these a go. Hey, Noble, right on time. I have not yet. Okay. The first collection has X1 through 4. I wonder if the setting does not affect the in-game language. Oh, does this only affect the menus then? I wanted to see if, it was possible to, like, play the Japanese versions. No ugly-ass filters, thank you. Full screen. Ah, press X when I highlight the game? Okay. Oh, I see. Change Game Edition. I see there's also a Rookie Hunter mode, which I'm assuming is easy mode. Alright, let's get started with X1. Well, I'll be really interested in seeing when we get to, like, the PlayStation ones, if selecting the Japanese version also affects the... has it play the much better intro songs. I actually own all of the Japanese carts of X1 through 3. Those games are among those where it's actually cheaper to import the Japanese version than it is to seek out the American version. Right, we basically just get, like, Dr. Light's notes that he left on X. The actual story leading up to it is in the manual. Or you could also watch the Day of Sigma OVA. Nope, this game does not need any introduction. There are many who still regard this one as the apex of the series. I might need to turn up the resolution on this. Can I do it from here? I guess not. the current resolution I have it at is making it look a little bit... The graphics look a little bit compressed. Well, I didn't want to make the screen size too big, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see the chat. Indeed. Always seems random the number of cars that thing throws out at you. It can be anywhere from 1 to 3. Got our unwinnable boss fight with Vile. Okay, just, yeah. Not speaking about the plot like I did in any previous Megaman game on stream. Well, I think most of us know the plot of any, just about any given Mega Man anyways. Here comes Zero, the real main character. According to the story, Keiji Inafune did initially design Zero to be the main character of the series until people at Capcom thought it wouldn't work since he didn't look enough like the original Mega Man. Normally I go to Storm Eagle first, but here I'm gonna just come here and get the dash upgrade right off. Unless I get the shit kicked out of me by these guys first. Right, the X series is a little bit more complex, a little more story-driven than the original series was, which original series was more of a pretty paint by numbers as far as each game is concerned. What the? Okay. Don't know why that popped up. No, I don't want to quit. So yeah, Dr. Light made X, the first fully sentient robot. Many years after his death, he was found by X was found by Dr. Kane, who made the pretty dumb decision to mass-produce them. They're called Reploids. And then, of course, they rebelled again. Obviously, nobody watched Terminator, so they rebelled against humanity, and here we are. Although later games seem to imply more that it's because of a virus that makes them that made them rebel. Give my ride. Don't spoil. Oh yes, sorry. Spoilers. From what I can tell, it emulates pretty well. Again, I'll just have to turn up the resolution when I beat this and go back to the menu. Oh yeah, you're talking about the, they call them, I've heard them call them dash lemons. Yeah, let me see if I can, basically it's like if you, I think it actually just applies to the uncharged shots. But if you dash while firing one, then it actually does more damage. By the way, they just came out with a new update for Megaman Maker, which earlier today I recorded a couple of videos of it. Basically, they added some new assets for Mega Man 6 as well as Mega Man 7, apparently using the Famicom demake. Yeah, that save button on the password screen. Pretty nice, so you don't have to... Gone are the days where you have to write down that big long password, and then re-enter it when you want to resume your progress. Hard to think of new stuff to say about them. I mean, I think I've LP'd this series not too long ago, and then and I think I did these games on stream at least a couple years back as well. Got the but we got our helmet upgrade. Doesn't really get to see much use, though. The Mets in this game have an odd quirk where they basically, if you turn away from them, they'll open up. I'm not seeing lag. So I don't think it's a problem. This fight can be, this fight is still much easier with the dash upgrade. It's still quite doable without, but it's particularly difficult in the Maverick Hunter X remake, because while he's blowing you backwards, he can also shoot. Oh, he did a twofer. While he's doing this, he'll also shoot feather arrows, which, if one hits you, you're pretty much boned. Right. Storm Eagle was kind of forced into the situation he was in. Both in the official story as well as the manga that I read of this a few years back. Shame we never got an official localization of that manga, because it was actually, I thought it was pretty good. Of course, now you come here after beating Chill Penguin, and this level is too easy, because now all that molten metal is cooled off. I was going to do the Japanese versions of all of them. Like I said, especially to see if like X4 and X5, and I think X7 also use the Japanese intros. Besides, I'm familiar enough with them, I don't really need to, like, read any of the text. We got our X-Buster upgrade. We can charge our Buster even higher. As well as charge our special weapons. Oh, it doesn't change it? Boo! I would have to actually import the Japanese versions of the game then. Well, that kind of sucks. You'd think that would be a neat little thing they could incorporate. This is also a much easier fight with the ability to dash. Though I could really say that for all of the... I could really say that for all the bosses. Trying to do the Maverick fights in this game without picking up the dash boots is a self-imposed challenge I did a while ago. That would explain why they don't use it. They're actual J-pop songs by actual bands, and they're copyrighted. How'd you know an achievement popped up if you couldn't see it? Or could you just not read what it said? Took me forever to figure out how to get the heart tank in this level. Didn't realize at first that you could destroy those things with the fire wave. I know, right? Megaman 11's... it's looking great. I am so looking forward to doing that game. This level also becomes easier if you come here after beating Storm Eagle. You saw the wrecked ship from his level at the beginning of the stage. And if we didn't do that first, there'd be electricity going through the floors in some places. Although the trade-off is that it gets darker in these segments. Is it? Oh yeah, this mini-boss is also easier if you come here after being Storm Eagle. Because otherwise he does this, he has this Thunderstrike attack. But yeah, I can't help but wonder if Torchman was, in Mega Man 11, was more than a little bit inspired by Pyrogen from Mighty No. 9. Don't compare it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, trying to compare Mega Man 11 to Mighty No. 9 might get me, might start some fights on the internet in some places. Spark Mandrill's a freaking joke with use his weakness. For that reason. But he is pretty damn hard if you don't have his weakness. Right? The game does have great music. Of course, all the Super NES ones at the very least had great music. The PlayStation ones were a little hit and miss for me. Another reason I like playing doing the Japanese versions for this is looking at some of the name changes that they did for a lot of the for a lot of the Mavericks. I want to say that well, X6 was the only one that really left him alone. And I want to say that X8 did as well, although I don't recall. You're seeing lag? It must be the play on the It must be how it's coming through on Twitch then, because I'm not experiencing lag, at least not. Yeah, maybe that's what you mean. It's emulating the original a little too well. Maybe that's what you were talking about with the tunneling, the big tunneling guy, right? Yeah, because it lagged there on the Super NES version, too. We'll see this spot a few times later. Yeah, I know. In the original series Legacy Collection, you had several borders you could choose from. There we go. Yep, now he's just plain Dillo. Oh, it didn't? Oh, that's right. Legacy Collection 1 didn't. It was the second Legacy Collection that had the multiples. Electric is super effective on ground. Ground is super effective on water. Pokemon, this is not. And this annoying piece of shit. This one's not so bad. The second one's the pain in the ass. How many entries are we going to reach tonight? I don't know. I should be able to get through X1 and X2 at the very least. I am not going to try and go for all of them in one night. Yeah, I'm not going to be like it was when I tried to do it with Legacy Collection 2. And then I was going to do at least X1 and X2, and then if there's still time, I wanted to do the I wanted to take a look at the challenge mode, because that looks really interesting with the trying to fight two bosses at once. Come on. Get up, thank you. Oh, that was close. Stream tomorrow as well, you mean? I might, although I'm not sure I'll be able to do one as long, because I do have some stuff I need to get ready for tomorrow. Again, if you don't have the dash for this, it is very difficult to get away from that whirlpool. And if he grabs you, he'll actually drain off a bunch of your health and restore his. They didn't fix that. They still call it Horming Torpedo. Yep, they definitely wanted to stay accurate. Yeah, Kuwanger is, derived from Kuagata, which means stag beetle. Yep. I think a lot of us when we were younger had no freaking clue what the hell a Kuwanger is. Jerk. I was gonna let you live. Well, as much as you can let a turret live, I guess. Yeah, yeah, Huanger is the only one in this game whose name didn't get changed. Cutman and Quickman's bastard love child here. You had the same comment. Although, actually, his name didn't get changed, but he was the only one whose name did get changed in Maverick Hunter X, the PSP remake. They changed it to Boomerang Kuwanger, which sounds kind of dumb. Right. Works like the rolling cutter. Only we can shoot more of them. And it can pick up items. Like we needed to do there. Coming here after being Launch Octopus causes the part of this first part of the stage to be flooded. It's a shame that it didn't do that in we never saw. I don't think any of the other games did that, where you have the properties of one stage change if you come after beating a certain boss. I'm trying to think if X2 had, or X3 did that, but I don't think they did. Oh, X3s did? Yes, and X6. That was, yeah, with the Nightmare system. Guy has a crap ton of health. Alright, we finally get the armor. Now we take less damage with that. First armor. And then the game makes us wait a fortnight. Right, you're talking about Otto. Another big green robot. I remember at one point there being a fan theory that robot is actually Otto. After, I guess, being, like, overhauled or something, and it was left for the specific purpose of guarding Dr. Light's capsule. If we didn't beat him before coming through here, there would be rocks falling from the ceiling, and the helmet upgrade does actually protect you from them, which is a nice little touch. This game's Star Wars inspirations. Are you talking about Vile in his Boba Fett mask? And his name actually is Vava in Japan, and part of the reason his name was changed was because they thought it sounded a little too much like Boba. Although he also appears in Megaman Extreme for the Game Boy Color, and he is called Vava in that. Oh yeah, and of course, and speaking of Star Wars inspirations, could also be referring to Sigma having a lightsaber. It's easy to force him into a pattern. His weakness. Oh yeah, and Dr. Light's holographic messages too. Although later games would blur the line as to whether or not that really is a pre-recorded message, or if it actually is Dr. Light's consciousness uploaded onto a computer or something. Because he does apparently, in those later games, he seems to actually know about what's going on. Okay, before heading to Sigma's fortress. Time to come here for a little prep. Partly to fill up our sub-tanks. These baton bones are perfect for grinding health for our sub-tanks. Now that's 3. Okay, sub-tanks are full. And we've already got a full stock of lives, too. If you don't, you can grind lives from, we got the Tauntaun Classic here. That has a very high 1-up drop rate. So you can grind lives from that. Oh, you can still hear that machine and everything, even exploding from this far off screen. Right, Sigma was originally designed to be the leader of the Maverick Hunters. Then he went rogue, and so I guess Dr. Kane took up the position himself, at least until X5 or until X5, where Cygnus is apparently the leader. He kind of, after the third game, he just disappears, and we never. I guess, I mean, he's depicted as a pretty old-looking guy, so I mean, presumably he died at some point after between X3 and X4, because we never see him. We never see him in X4, and I don't think he's even mentioned at all since. I even think one inconsistency the Day of Sigma OVA has, though, is they actually kill off Dr. Kane in that, at the end of that. Of course, Maverick Hunter X was intended to be a reboot of the series, but because it didn't sell very well, plans of doing anything else with it were canned. This should be the last time. There we go. Dr. Light in his Street Fighter cosplay. It was definitely an interesting inclusion in this collection, adding that to, adding Day of Sigma to it. Alright, we can Hadouken now. It one-shots just about anything in the game, but you have to be at full health to use it. Every boss's actual weakness, yeah. hate this section. Some of these jumps are a little awkward. At least, well, oh, and that's exactly why. There we go. Yeah, dash input eater sometimes. It does feel like they do that, and that can mess me up too. Zero and Vile are going at. I'm sure Zero has this under control. So let's just mosey on by. God damn it, Zero. And despite all our fancy new shit, we still can't beat Vile in his armor. Yeah, sit over there and laugh. Vegeta! The Pokemon is on my back! I hate it when they use self-destruct. And Deus Ex Machina there. And we'll never see Vile again. And we'll never see Zero again. If you didn't have the Buster upgrade at this point, Zero would give it to you there. What's neat in Maverick Hunter X is that the version of it that Zero gives you is actually different from the one you find in Flame Mammoth stage. Rather than it being this purple cluster shot, the one he gives you in that game is a big-ass red plasma ball. Okay, you know what? This segment is so annoying. Probably easier just to use this. There. They do the boss rush, similar to in Mega Man 1, where you encounter them throughout the stages rather than just one big teleporter room. Yeah, the time for the pain-in-the-ass spider. Damn it. So much for that plan. Yeah, back when I was a kid playing this for the first time, I didn't notice those wires that you have to follow. So I had the worst time with this boss. That time the baby took the bullet. I'm almost out of this now. Plus it gets super fast toward the end. There. Such an annoying boss. Well, that was graceful. again, Chill Penguin.
There we go.
I was gonna say he hopped into his mech pretty fast there. Of course, I don't know what he's doing standing outside of it anyways. Rock'em sock'em robots going on here. There's the other bird. Not abusing it too much, at least not in this level, since there are two bosses that are weak to it. Now this bizarre-ass boss, Ragna Bangda. There we go. Now this stage is mostly one big boss rush. I can cut two people, as a matter of fact. That'll be coming up in a bit, though. By the way, Maverick Hunter X reused the recycled the stages of like the standard Mavericks, but then they completely redid the levels in the Sigma Fortress. Kind of interesting to just change those. Yeah, it did also explain how the Mavericks, why you fight the Mavericks again. Essentially, he just, Sigma just revived their bodies as, like, dead shells. Almost like zombies. Yeah, with Launch Octopus, you can slice off the tentacles with the cutter. That neuters some good bit of his offense. He can't do the... Basically, I think all he can do is the missiles now. He can't do the whirlpool or the fish. But still, he spams the hell out of those torpedoes. There. And we can do the same thing with Flame Mammoth's trunk. Nobody knows my sorrow. Although in the process, I wasted most of my boomerang cutter, which is also this boss's weakness. God, he deals a ton of damage, too. Ow. Shit. There. Trying to fight him without cutter is problematic. Gonna head back and refill my sub-tanks. Because I'm definitely gonna need them for the final boss. Just one. Good, let's keep dropping those. Okay. It's time for the final boss gauntlet. Fights puppy dog. Yep, Velgarder. Took way more damage during that than I would have liked to. Since there are a total of 3 bosses we have to beat here, all in 1 life. This guy's a lightsaber. Right, he never stops with a smirk face. Yeah, someone's cocky. Okay. First form's not even that big of a deal anyways. This, on the other hand... I don't want to take any chances. Is he completely immune to it, or does it just not one-shot him? Again, not going to take any chances. Hey, Scarlet. Well, I'm just at the end of the first one for right now. Ugh. There. Hate this. And I already posted on Facebook the achievements for beating each of the games. Like for X1, beating the final boss, the achievement is called It's Over, and then, like, each one's progressive through the series is like, is it over yet? It's finally over this time, right? Is it really over? And then finally for X8, it's really over. Nah, I never really got a chance to do the Hadouken on any of the bosses. I always intend to, but I'm not as good as being able to pull it off very consistently. Yeah, Mega Man and Castlevania always have load-bearing castles. Can I turn myself up with the OBS? It says the volume's up all the way. Am I too quiet? Yeah, I like the music during this too. Well, I believe I was with you when you were doing X1. Game's louder than me by a smidge. What if I turn the game audio down a little bit then? How's that sound? Yeah. How long will we have to keep fighting? Well, we got 7 more games after this, so that answers that question. Not counting 2 spin-offs on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, I consider Extreme and Extreme 2 canon. They can easily fit, like, into the series. Extreme 1 would take place between X2 and X3, and Extreme 2 would take place between 3 and 4. And you. Oh, you saw the Teen Titans Go movie, Scarlett? It looked like it was pretty good. Yeah, as you say, Noble, it's hard to really think of anything more to say about the original Mega Man X. Again, widely considered still to be the best in the series. Definitely a classic on the Super NES, and is one of the games on the Super NES Classic even. Like, notable for being among the few third-party titles, along with Final Fantasy VI. And then Sigma pops in to drop a sequel hook. Okay then. That was Mega Man X1. I'll be back in a few minutes to start X2. See you in a few minutes.